Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to put together this really cute armoire that I have designed. It was a request from my online friend Dot over in the UK. Hi Dot. I hope you like this project and hope that it meets your standards. But it's a little bit of an advanced project, but it'll be fun to put together, and it's really not as hard as it looks. So just follow with me here. You'll notice up in the upper left-hand corner of the file, oh, and just by the way, you can get the cutting files at the Silhouette online store in my shop there, or you can get it at my SVG shop at loriwhitlock.com if you have a cutting machine other than a Silhouette. Let's see, what you're looking at in front of you is up in the left-hand corner of your cutting file. You'll notice there's a grouping in the top left, and I've cut all of those pieces out of red. Those are kind of the trim pieces and the base color of your armoire. Everything else you see is just kind of the bare bones underneath the craft color. So I've gone ahead, and then there's a little grouping below that I've cut out of blue, and that's the pieces that go behind the trim to kind of make those pretty panels that you see on the armoire. So you can go ahead and cut those out. I've gone ahead and put little brads in through the little handles for the little holes for the handles. They go all the way through. There's pre-cut holes for you so you'll know right where to put them. And I'm going to set all these pieces off to the side. Okay, you'll also notice down in the bottom right hand corner there's a couple of drawer looking pieces, little box kind of shapes. One forms a casing and the other one forms a drawer that's going to slide inside of it. And at the end we'll be putting this little drawer piece on the front of that. So you can go ahead and assemble that. It's just gluing 4 tabs together. In my original I had included the holes for the handles on that. I've removed those because I thought it would look better to not have those show inside the drawer. So yours won't have those holes, so try to disregard those. I just didn't want to waste paper and cut it again. So other than that, so that we have the drawer, we have all those trim pieces. This is the back piece. I'll set it aside. And everything else that's left in the middle of the file there is the base of the armoire. So if you'll notice, there's this extra little panel that we've got to attach. And if you'll notice, the depth of the armoire is this depth and the doors are a different depth. So make sure you get the larger, the smaller, the big panel, the smaller panel, and then the larger one, because this is your door on the end. And so we're going to go ahead and glue these two together. And you can decide if you want that seam to show inside the armoire or if you want it to be on the outside, and then it will be covered by this panel at the end. But there will be a tiny bit of a 1/8 of an inch gap, so you might see a tiny bit of that seam, but not much. I'm going to go ahead and put mine on the outside because I think it will look a little bit better. So I'm going to just set my piece right up next to my glue flap so I can fold it over and glue it down. Oops. That's a lot of glue, but I do want this to stick really well. I don't want it falling apart. So I'm going to go ahead and fold that over and glue it down. Okay, so that gives you the back of your armoire and the 2 sides, so, and the door. Now we just need to put the top and the bottom on. So really, this isn't so bad, is it? So I'm going to, now these, let's see, you could also, trying to decide if I want to leave my seams on the outside here as well. Yeah, I think I will. I'm going to go ahead and put my seams on the outside of this as well. So I'm going to lay this down where I can work on the back here. Oh. The back will be covered by a big back panel that I showed you, so you won't see this one at all. And then you just need to glue these 2 sides down. Sorry, I'm trying to stay in the camera view, sorry. So, oh, I just did that wrong. Erase. Sorry, guys. You probably could see me doing that, and you're wondering what I was doing. Okay, I'm struggling to get it where you can see it and I can hold it properly. Okay, that will work right there. So just hold that seam in there nice and tight. This is forming the sides of our armoire. Sorry if you can't see that, but I'm just gluing that other seam in place there. Okay, now that we have put together this top portion of the armoire, we have to connect it to the bottom. So let's go ahead and do that. Make sure those edges are glued really good. Just make sure things are lined up really good too. Okay, I'm going to let that dry for a minute. Okay, so now we're kind of getting to our base shape here. Want that glue to dry really good in there. Okay, now we can go ahead and put on, and this may be easier for you to do at the beginning, to put on these panels. And you can also cover the sides with the red. I don't think I'm going to show all of this on video because it'll just take me a long time to glue everything on. You also need to glue on the back piece here. So you'll glue that in place, and then you'll glue this little embellishment piece up here on the top. And then you have a piece to cover the top. Oops, everything's falling down. Okay, you've got, and then your little drawer piece, and this other side. And then your little project will be all done. And I'll take a picture of it when I've completed, but I think you get the idea on how to put this together, and I hope you enjoy making it. It's kind of a fun little piece. Oh, you know what? I thought I had an extra piece, but I remember what that's for now. Actually, this little extra looks like a top or a bottom piece. It's in the file, but it is actually a shelf, and I forgot I included that. But you can go ahead and glue that little shelf in place. Oops. Anyways, you get the idea. So I just finished up this little armoire, and you can see how it's supposed to look when you are completely finished with it. It has just a craft colored back, and you can see all the cute little covered panels and this little top piece here. They all go into place neatly. And I went ahead and put in the little shelf that's inside, and I cut it out of just craft colored paper as well. And you'll notice that this piece is a little teeny tiny bit more narrow than this top and bottom piece. They look the same, but it is a little bit skinnier so it will fit inside without causing it to bow or buckle. So watch for that. It's the very most top in the file. So hopefully you can distinguish that. You can also look at the measurements and just make sure you save this smallest one for the shelf inside. And there you have it. It is a cute little home decor piece, or whatever you'd like to use it for. I hope you enjoy making this project. Have a great day.